Cardholder categories. Cardholder categories is very important to use. You must create categories. Without this feature, filtering the database, making mass changes, and using the Access Manager will be very difficult. By simply creating categories to begin with, you can save yourself many headaches further down the road, especially when you get hundreds and hundreds of people programmed into the SMS system. So a cardholder category is is can be many different things to you. Example, again, we want to be as descriptive as possible, depending on how your system works. So if we have a facility that has different shifts and they're closed at night, we might want to make a first shift workers, second shift workers. We might want to make executives. We might want to make cleaning crew. These types of different categories. So almost like a job description. And in our senior healthcare industry, we might want to make administration category, a contractor category, delivery category, a nurse category, caregiver category, housekeeping categories. But just so you know, a person, when we create them later on, can be assigned to more than one category. So you might have a nurse that is part of administration. So they can be in the nurse category and the administration category. There might be some caregivers who on second shift are housekeepers. So you can assign card holders to more than one category at a time. Again, try to be as descriptive as possible, especially if you're running different shifts where you don't want first shift going into second shift, or the cleaning crew to come in at daytime at all. Again, in senior healthcare, pretty much gets changed. You can get more general in your descriptions because a caregiver can pick up different shifts and be able to maybe work third and first shift, and they're going to need access to everywhere. So really the categories that we're going to define here are going to be used later on in Access Manager we're going to assign an area or doors that people can go through, not individually under the person, but by the category. So for example, administration, they have access to all doors 24/7. Nurses, except for the med rooms, maybe. The nurses would have access to all doors 24/7, including the med rooms. Caregivers wouldn't have access to the med rooms, and maybe they only have access to the skilled nursing facility or independent living building, or just the building that they work in. They're not allowed to float from building to building. Maybe it's the same with housekeeping. So we're going to show you how to define all that later on in Access Manager. I'm just simply stressing the importance of categories. So we're going to go ahead, and our System Manager is opened up again from System Launcher. And over here to the side, we're just going to go to the default areas. And up here, in the tree grid, we're going to go ahead and click on Cardholder Categories. And we're just going to make some cardholder categories. So the first one I'm going to make is administration. And again, you can put notes in here if you want. I'm going to click Save and Close. My next one is going to be nurses. Then caregivers. Oops. Housekeeping. Then we have IT or IS in some facilities. We definitely know that we've got contractors and delivery people. So basically, under cardholder categories, we're going to go ahead and press our insert record, our plus sign, put in our description. And after we've done that, we're going to click on save and close, or save and new if we have a new one. That way we don't have to go ahead and keep clicking the plus button. But after initial programming, you're probably not going to be adding mass amounts of cardholder categories in. And that is how you create cardholder categories. And again, I just wanted to stress the importance of creating categories for your system. It'll make managing your system much easier in the long run.